Hello everyone, my name is Alberto, welcome back to my channel. So this is a bit of an odd random video, but since I'm working with some patches manufacturer and they sent me their catalog basically, I wanted to start talking about some patches real quick, sort of to understand their types and what they are for. This is the most basic one, which is a woven patch, and it's the same exact type that they use to make labels. For example, it's a very thin patch and you can put it on basically everything. There's different sort of flavors to it, because with the different weaving you can get different effects. For example, in this flag, the internal cross is slightly raised and it's a little thicker because it has a different backing. You can also have woven sort of silky patches that are printed, like this one. Again, very similar effects. They kind of work on every garment and fabric because they're durable, they're lightweight. They could go on a shirt, on a t-shirt, on a jacket, on denim, whatever. These you need to stitch on, either on all sides or two different sides. And that's it. Really simple. Moving on from this, the next step would be another sort of fabric patch, but that has an embroidered detail. In this case, it has an embroidered border that makes it raised and 3D. This particular one has a plastic backing, which means it's thermoadhesive, so you stick it on with the iron or a press. It's always better, even when you do that, to just stitch it around to make it last longer. But again, same characteristics, works for the same types of garments and fabrics, so that's nice. Moving on from that, the next step would be the very classic embroidered patch. This is a very tightly embroidered patch. It's very hard. It's not super thick and it has some flexibility to it, but it's still quite dense. So you start losing some applications. As you can see, the shiny backing is plastic and it means it's thermoadhesive as well. This type of patch works best on thicker fabrics. So you start removing the thinner cottons and the t-shirts and blah blah blah, unless they're quite small. But these start to be more for fleece, hoodies, denim, jackets even, some parkas, stuff like that, or accessories. These are, again, thermoadhesives, but it's better to stitch them just to be safe. Step up from that would be the chenille patch. Chenille is basically a type of embroidery that lives sort of fuzzy feel. This one in particular has some embroidery details as well, but it's mostly chenille. And you can see how it's much more raised. It's softer. It's slightly more delicate than the classic embroidery. And this has quite a large border, but it's different types. This again has adhesive backing. In this case, it would be quite difficult to stitch it on because of the complex shape and because it's quite big. But this, again, same purposes and applications of the embroidered one, although it is slightly more flexible and thin. On a t-shirt, this would be way too much. But yeah, quite a cool effect, nice 3D. It has a cool tactile feel to it. Moving on from that, we have another embroidered one, but this time it's mounted on velcro. So as before, quite thick. This has sort of different heights in the embroidery because of the different stitches, but it has a velcro backing, which means in this case all you need to do is decide where you want to put it, stick on the velcro, sew it all around, and then you can just put the patch and remove it if or when you need it. This starts to becoming really quite thick and really quite hard. It's not very flexible at all. This is definitely for accessories like a bag or a backpack, for jackets, sort of heavy jackets, denim jackets, because even on a hoodie this will start to be quite uncomfortable. Also, even though it's removable, you don't really do that most of the times. Another option is this, which is the same, but it's in rubber or silicone. This is a cast patch. It's quite cool. Obviously, these are sort of examples, but you would have a specific design on it. It has a great feel. It's very, very cool, but this has even more specific uses because, again, outside of like a jacket, and quite a heavy jacket at that, this, you would really feel it on your body because it starts to be heavy and hard. So again, this is really simply, you sew on the velcro in the background and then you stick it on. You do have the option of having the same thing without the backing, which is this. It's in a plastic bag because it's quite sticky, but this you sew on, and this is mainly used for accessories. Without the velcro, could be used for swimwear, like men's swim trunks where they're not elastic. That's a use that's possible, but it's very quite uncommon. Although it's cool, it's not that used. So yeah, this was a quick introduction to different types of patches, what they're used for, what you can use them for, and how to attach them. I understand it was quite quick and simple, but I do hope as a sort of introduction was useful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I would be glad to answer. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye.